you realize at some point you have to learn, yeah?
Mm-hmm. Do you want to explain what you're doing?
Can I explain what I'm doing?
So maybe you can just say who you are and
I'm
yes.
Tine from Tine and Floyd, and I'm currently spinning on my beloved Spinolution worker bee. I'm spinning merino fiber. Merino is a sheep breed. It's very soft. It's quite dull in color, but it's very soft, so it's a really nice wool to blend with others. I've already dyed that just with normal acid dyes, just the normal commercial dyes. And I'm currently spinning one ply, which as soon as I finished this bobbin, I'm gonna fill a second one, and then I'm gonna twist them both together and make a knitting yarn or crochet yarn out of it. So the way it works, I don't know if you want to come closer. I do treadle with my feet. That makes the wheel turn. The wheel is connected via the ribbon to the flyer, which is that bit. It's called a flyer because it turns around very, very quickly. Sometimes you can't really see it. And the flyer, the bobbin sits on that flyer and is connected via thread and via a link in the back. And so the moment I turn, start spinning, you see the flyer sort of disappears, and the twist which the wheel produces is transferred here. If you come really close, well, I just need to, you can see sort of how the fiber twists. Can you see? My left hand is currently sort of blocking the twist, so it gives me the time to prepare the fiber, and my right hand ready for the next bit. So it's always one of the hands is closed, one of the hands is open. So this one is the one who is opening and presenting, closing. This one builds now up twist, closing up, opening. And that is the technique I'm using here. It's called worsted spinning. And basically spinning wheels have been around for quite a number of years. They really sort of got popular around towards the end of the 17th century. They were around before, but just not that many. So if you look at the Civil War society, they still use spindles. And spindles, the handwork is pretty much the same, only you do it vertically and not horizontally, like I'm doing now. And you have to build a twist by turning it, and you also have to hand wind it afterwards, which is what the kind wheel already does for me. So spinning on a wheel is much quicker and more efficient. But on the other hand, if you're halfway experienced, you can walk with your spindle. So you can do it literally anywhere without disturbing anybody, and keep your hands occupied while you're herding sheep, for example. So spindles have been around, oh goodness me, several thousand years, and actually also various countries, various regions spin in slightly different ways. So traditionally, if you're sort of European, then you would twist the singles towards the right, clockwise, and ply towards the left, anti-clockwise. And you can date fiber, spun wool, and also say where it's come from by the way it's spun and prepared. So it's rather interesting. There's been a lot of research going on about that, and they actually, I think it's, oh goodness me, it's in Norfolk or Suffolk somewhere. There is a farm which they dug out some research, and they found some fiber coming from North Africa, which was spun there, so they could properly locate it, and which basically proved that there was about, I think it was a Bronze Age one, so that there were trade links between Suffolk and Norfolk and North Africa, which is quite amazing actually. So talking about the earlier technology before, this is a spindle, and precisely this is a Turkish spindle. The nice thing about them is if you if you're finished with your ball of wool, you just pull the middle out, which I won't do now because I've got things in, and then you just take these out, you can pull these out, and then you've got a ball of wool where you can take the inside and the outside and ply that like you would for a knitting yarn or a crochet yarn. And with other spindles you normally need to unwind them, so it's much less work with on these Turks. Right, so what you do, you've seen me doing the drafting bit, which I've done here in horizontally. So on the spindle you do it vertically. First of all, you make sure you've got your fibre strongly up there so it doesn't catch. Then you turn, and the twist which the spindle is now producing, again same thing in vertical as in horizontal. It's the same thing, exactly the same thing, only I need to keep the motor going down here with my hands. It's again twisted clockwise as I'm doing singles, right? And you sort of reattach it. It's much easier when you stand up, but then it's a bit more moving in the frame. Right, so and when you get as long as you can, currently I'm sitting down, which is not very long, I'm just giving you a bit of extra twist to stabilize it. And now you stop, and you make what you call your butterfly. So you wind it between your two fingers, you make an 8, so you don't have a huge knot in your hands when you try that. And then you wind it, and it's 2 over, 1 under, 2 over, 1 under, 2 over, 1 under. Yeah, hang on, that's not, I can't do another round. Oh, no, can't really, it's too short. And then you do sort of a little loop, fetch it here, catch that, and then you're good to go again. So start again. Again, this gives you the time to even everything out here, that you got it as regular as possible. And one hand is presenting and the other hand is stabilizing. There you go. And again, that's a merino yarn. It's a nice yarn to spin with. It's got a good fibre length, good staple length, and you can do a lot of things with it. And you shouldn't come it into yourself. Right. Now I'm ready to wind again. Again, the butterfly. You basically grab with your index finger, little pinky, yeah, index finger, pinky, index finger, pinky. So you can, if at some point you just do, you're getting sort of used, you're just grabbing. It's so you've got instead of with winding with the left hand, you just grab it, and you see you've got a figure of 8 on there, and from that on you just sort of let them slip while you're winding, and that prevents you getting an almighty knot when you're trying to wind, and it's going everywhere. Right, that's Turkish spindle spinning with a quick introduction.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.